New entrance constructed.
Well, we could do it in here, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of interesting concept to do a 3D video sphere. Only thing I could think of is like, here's the link.
New entrance constructed. Room constructed.
Maybe do it in here, but the thing is like it has to be visible from all angles and perspectives. How would we? Huh.
Flight mode deactivated.
Yeah. I think Nuka Marine made that one. I mean, it's cool, but I think if you want to be outside the concert, camera perspective itself, we should have some other kind of like cool stuff to do on the outside of the sphere. I know, but I don't, yeah. Well, like for example, I've been to a couple concerts and stuff, and it's like, maybe a quarter or like less than a quarter of the time, I'm actually at the front of the stage, partying. It's most of the time I'm like kicking back, talking with people at the bar, trying to get a drink or sipping on my beer or whatever, and that's all done outside the, I guess what you could consider the perspective of the stage, or even most of the time it's not. You don't even see the stage. You're in some back room away from the band.
Reinitializing.
And that kind of, it's cool and all to stand in one place like this, but I think you need more. Yeah. I'd say the best example is the fact that, when we go to a concert, we're not in the mosh pit the whole time, basically where the camera would be. What's up? Oh. Sweet. Yeah, I don't see people sitting down for a lengthy period of time in a bubble where the only thing you see is the mosh pit, pretty much.
Room constructed.
Or at least that isn't ideal, I think. Yeah, if you wanna see a rock concert, you can download a DVD. Like you're always talking about, the biggest. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the big aspect of it is the social aspect. That's why you gotta have extra stuff besides just the sphere. I think that's a big reason why these cinemas are gonna fail too.
Frev entered channel.
I'm just trying to imagine how that would fit together. You know what we could do is, I wonder how this would fit in one of the TED amphitheaters. I could take away that central spire. Huh, I'm gonna try that actually.
Hey, Aussie, how many people are watching your stream? Like, I don't see much like YouTube streaming. Like, why don't people just use YouTube instead of Twitch?
Twitch is more for gaming, I guess. I don't know.
Frev entered channel.
Yeah, but Twitch has like that annoying minute-long delay and stuff.
Well, YouTube has a pretty long delay too, but yeah, I get
Oh,
what
it
you're saying.
does.
Yeah, pretty much all of them do, really. I mean, there's no
Not
way.
there's like this one. Shit, what's it called?
Oh, okay. Hello, YouTube.
Well, that's a big ass freaking file, dude. It's streaming to you at like 20 or 2000 by 1000, which is fairly high resolution.
Flight mode deactivated. Specify new location. New entrance constructed. Room constructed. Flight mode activated. Room constructed. Reinitializing environment. Room constructed. Room constructed. Room constructed.
Channel, Earthworm. Well, I think I'm going to go watch some TV or something, but I'll catch you guys later. I should be on more now that finals are almost over. Channel, Dizkit. See your laughing smiley. Channel,
Hello.
Earthworm. Later.
Oh.
Room constructed. Reinitializing environment. Room constructed. Room constructed. Room constructed.
Alright, you want to see this? Where you at? Yeah, I kind of turned the TED Talk thing into like a spherical kind of deal. See how it looks. Shit, man, this is laggy.
New entrance constructed. Flight mode deactivated. Flight mode.
Like, you can view the concert from any angle and not be in the sphere, or you can just go hang out in the ball. You know? What do you mean? Like, the size of the sphere? No, it shouldn't at all. Like, if the sphere is yeah, maybe because it's part of the shader thing, but yeah, basically this can be any size. It can fit right over your head or be humongous, and the resolution is going to be the same just because of the way it scales. Oh. I don't know, I think this is a good compromise.
Janice room saved.
And we, can you try something? Yeah, just like go out of flight mode. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Damn it. Yeah, a little bit.
Flight mode activated.
Alright, it should be fixed. But something I could do. Yeah, I can. It's one file. I just gotta redirect the MTL. So Yeah, if you give me the graphics, I'll do this. Oh, is it? You gotta make it a little bigger, I think. Like more square, like the TED Talk one is. Alright, it seems to be pretty stable for me. I believe it's just you. I don't know, I haven't let it run long enough. Give me a minute here. Sweet. The stream didn't load, but oh, there it goes.
Room constructed.
Alright, I'm gonna let it sit here and see if it starts lagging or something. Am I stuck in the ground?
Janice room saved.
It feels like my feet are stuck in the
Room
floor,
constructed.
kind of.
Room constructed. Room constructed. Flight mode deactivated. Flight mode
Oh
activated.
no, that's good. Interesting. Yeah, it seems to be. I haven't skipped any frames, nothing. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's good. It seems good. I mean, it drops my frame rate down to 40 FPS, but I mean, I think. Yeah, it's probably. I almost guarantee that's why you're getting such a shitty connection, because it's streaming across like probably 4 different servers trying to bounce around to you, all the way on the other side of the planet. Yeah, it's buttery smooth, man. Should take some screenshots. The only thing is, it kind of sucks that the UV sphere is not like mapped perfect. But hey, what can you do? You know, every UV sphere has pole pinch, so you can only mitigate that so much. One of these days, though, I need to actually get in there and kind of do my damnedest to try to get that pole pinch as little as possible. Well, it like at the top here at the poles, it's like you know, it warps the image a little bit. I don't know what I can do about it, but hey. So is this going to be one of those VR firsts that everyone else likes bragging about so much? I don't know if there has been a live band in RiffMax, or at least a streamed-in 360 view of one. I don't even know if they have 360 viewable images, videos, and shit in there. Do they? Are you in here by chance or what? Should get a picture of me inside of it. Give an idea of the size, and maybe show that you can like scale it. You know, like anybody can make it any size. Like you could stick it around your head in the stands over here if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Like just land over here, move it. Like right now, I just stuck it over my head. Made it smaller. Well, maybe I should put a couple of these things around the perimeter here, because a video doesn't, like, you can multiply the video as many times
Flight
as you want. It
mode
doesn't create any
deactivated.
additional lag. So, I don't know, what should we do with that? Maybe have a couple more of these things kind of scattered around the stands, or...
Flight mode activated.
I think it kind of looks cool. And, like, make it like, I don't know, 0.0 or 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, and then just kind of move it up into the stands over here, maybe where Mario's sitting. Yeah, stay there. And then you get your own little personal bubble. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we're moving this video screen over your head. Right now, from my perspective, you're covered in that bubble that you see. If you see the video, he's looking around like, what's going on?
All right, just so I understand things, if you move something, I don't see that change.
No,
I only
yeah,
see the basic,
don't,
or
not yet. You won't see it. If I save the room and shit, then and you reload, then you'll see it. But that means changing up the code. Yeah, if you right-click that sphere, you can like scale it. You know, do all kinds of stuff with it. Just right-click, hit tab, and then
Deleting.
start moving it around. Yeah. You sending him some video or what? Oh, nice.
so does that mean I can delete other people's portals without them being affected?
Yeah. You can, anything you do from your perspective currently, probably not for long, but currently, yeah, it doesn't matter. It does not affect anyone else. Everything's client side right now, so.
But if I make a portal, will other people be able to go through it?
That's the exception, yes. Well, that's like the only thing right now that's like multiplayer besides the chat. And obviously that we can see you.
Reinitialize.
So yeah,
the
basically there's
avatars.
portals, chats, and avatar. That's pretty much it. Anything else outside of that is not really affected right now.
Room constructed.
So would the goal be to put that all on the client
Flight
side
mode
or on the server
deactivated.
side, where it
Flight mode
updates from the
activated.
client or from the server?
Well, I think the shorter term goal is to make like certain objects have some kind of attribute on them, right? That allows it to communicate with the server, its position and stuff, so that
Copy.
it can be collaborative. But that would be on like a per item basis, so that, you know, if you start moving this whole stadium around, not everyone's going to see that. But maybe this sphere has an attribute that says multiplayer, you know, equals true or something. And then if I move this, then you'll see that as well. But I don't know. There's
Sounds
some
cool.
complications with all that. Multiplayer.
Trolling.
Yeah, well, not just trolling, but like syncing up. Like, what happens if somebody refreshes or reloads the page, or comes in, or turns on their multiplayer? You know. This does not judder at all. To my knowledge.
Are we talking about the video?
Yeah. Are the numbers smoothly going up for you? There's no, like, it's not lagging?
It was when I was first in the room, and then I left, and when I came back in, all the numbers stopped.
Huh.
Sorry, YouTube.
And let me just confirm. Just reset. We'll come straight in, let it load. It might have a little
So
bit
I
of
just
judder,
refreshed and everything looks good.
Yeah, basically, just if the numbers are smooth and they're not like, you know, they're constantly going up. If they're not constantly going up, that means the stream is buffering, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna count the third digit. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, yeah. So it's smooth for me. Arizona. Yeah. I'm gonna pause it.
Frev entered channel.
Yeah, I might make a room for this. I don't know. Yeah, cool. Yeah, just kind of recycling a TED Talk theater convention. I think a video sphere like something like this needs a little more thought. Like there's I don't know. I think it's hard to understand how you're gonna get a bunch of people inside this sphere and then also have an easy way and like to get out and something to do on the outside of the sphere while still making the sphere like the central point. I mean, this kind of works pretty good, but not as good as I would want it. If that makes sense. I don't know. I just don't see myself wanting to stand inside of a sphere for like 4 hours. Yeah. And if you do try to talk, it's too loud to do anything. Yeah, those are the interesting questions that I don't know. I've never heard any of the cinema shit talking about it. Usually, it's just like you start in the middle of the bubble, you can't even move. You're in the bubble and you're stuck. That's VR cinema, freaking everyone so far. This is the only one I've seen that you can actually exit. That dude's the VR Live like 360 bubble thing's pretty cool. How you can like move, so it like kind of distorts the 3D effect or whatever. Like inside the sphere, you're moving around it, so it kind of has a distortion effect. But yeah, I don't know. That's innovative in and of itself, but I think there needs to be a way, obviously, where you get outside of the sphere and go do something else. Like if yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that like I don't know, if you ever talk to like a stand-up comic, they're always like, you know, they thrive off the audience. But in this case, this guy's kind of like, well, I guess any artist in general is just going to be kind of performing for the camera. I mean, you could have a live audience and record that as well, and then you get the best of both worlds. But if it's just performing for the camera, they're still going to have that same passion that they would in front of the. I think he'd need to stream himself, or he could just put on the VR goggles and, you know. Oh, the only way without him putting a Rift on is to stream it live, and he can see a view of the stadium from a third-person perspective, like a live stream. Maybe if you start streaming it to YouTube, he could have an idea of what's going on, if what he's doing is working.
Truth be told, he'd probably feel like they pay less attention to him because they're just going to be flying around.
It depends. Yeah.
Some.
Personally, honestly,
True, if you have a bouncer, that would kind of solve a lot of the problems.
yeah. I don't know. I see these video spheres as kind of like a very short-term solution to a problem. Yeah, I think the long term is something like what Doc Ock was showing, with like a Kinect and you actually get a 3D avatar of the band playing up there. You know what I mean? And they put on their Oculus Rift and more or less like real life. Well, I'm saying like you don't need a video sphere if you have like animated avatars that map to your real life situation. This here is just for like basically a video recording, but I think in the very yeah. No, it's a good idea. I just think that this type of stuff is more practical for like I think a one-to-one type conversation, right? You sit in a video sphere talking to your boss, teleconferencing with him, rather than trying to cram 1,000 people into one of these video spheres at a rock concert. That'll happen, obviously, but I just think the practical thing of that would be more to like. Yeah. Now, the way I see this is, if you're gonna do video like this, probably not a video sphere. What would probably happen is you'd have a 3D camera pointed at the stage, and then you beam that back into something like the VR situation, and then make a concert that works with that 3D camera. So that you feel like you're there, but you always have a view of the stage rather than having to go into the stage. That's part of that personnel tracking thing I was talking about. Remember when I did the Oculus convention? Okay, so with that, I was talking about if we had like personnel, you know, obviously the people with them with the trackers would have to agree to this, but if John Carmack and all these people had their personnel trackers on them, and their digital avatars are mirroring them as they walk around a real life convention, you know, you would see the avatar. Yeah, and then like yeah, and then if he wants to switch from the real convention and check out who's following him in the VR, he just, you know, throws on his Gear VR, mobile, all that shit, turns around and it yeah, you turn around in VR and you're like, holy shit, there's 1,000 people in here. And, you know, you could imagine the space would be, you know, as closely mapped to the real thing as possible and all that shit. But then you can extend that out to, like, say, when you have a concert like this, they have like a control, you know, or Prio VR or whatever, the control VR, like full body, full motion tracking of their whole body, and then just have digital avatars of them playing music, and done. If they want to see the VR concert, they put on their Gear VR. If they put on, you know, if they want to see the real audience they're playing to, you know, just take it off. No sweat lost. Well, I think those things are going to be useful, obviously, for, you know, for mobile stuff. I mean, if you want to watch a video, a YouTube video, you just throw on your Gear VR for a few minutes. But for something like the metaverse, I don't think it's. I don't know. I don't know. There's so many things that are gonna.
All I really want to do is see.
Yeah. The pessimistic friendship, right? Interesting perspective. Just tell this guy to come check this out. He's probably doing his own thing. Probably doesn't want to get involved in another project. Oh shit. I don't know. What else can I do with this? The only reason I don't like these video spheres is because you can only see half of it at any given moment. It's the only reason. I mean, I guess that's true of any video camera, but... Yeah, for sure.